Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Sullivan family. So I would have started this vlog a minute ago before I took them into school to show you their happy, excited faces about going back to school, but I couldn't because we were a little bit late because it's -3 and the car was totally frozen over. Wasn't it, Flo? Was it totally frozen over? Yes it was. So the car, Ben did warn me. He said when he went out to work this morning, he said, oh, the car's a bit icy. Have you got any de-icer? And I said, yeah, there's some in the door of my car. Didn't think anything more of it. Left at normal time. Car was frozen thick with ice. I was like, okay, gonna need a little bit more time here. So we just about made it in on time. Only just. Oh, you found another dummy. She's got about 4 dummies. So yeah, I would have... my plan was to start the vlog a minute ago, but obviously had to get them into school. So it's Monday. We are back to school, back to normality. Ben is back to work. Everybody is feeling a little bit deflated. That after Christmas, post-holiday blues, that everybody is a bit like... I hate it when they go back to school. I'll be totally honest. I hate it. I love it when they're on holidays. I hate it when they go back to school, especially as there are a couple who really don't like going back to school. I've probably had the whole homeschooling chat before. I mean, I'm still, I don't know. I don't really know what the best thing is to do. 1 minute. Sorry, she was falling off the chair. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. You dropped all your stuff. You found an empty bottle though. Oh, that can go over there.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it can go with all the other bottles in the car that everyone just seems to dump. Because Mummy's car is a bit of a mess.
Yes.
So yeah, I've probably had the whole homeschooling chat with you guys before. I mean, before the pandemic, it wouldn't have been something that I ever would have thought of. I wouldn't have ever, I don't know, I just wouldn't have thought, a lot of us wouldn't have done, really, would we, of homeschooling. I didn't know if it was something that we were even allowed to do. But since the pandemic, I've constantly been torn between homeschooling, not homeschooling, and all that sort of thing. Obviously, we have some, yes, we have some children that really love school. The twins love school, they thrive at school. We have others like Toby, who really doesn't like school, has never particularly liked school. I think he's had in the one year that he's been happy there in the whole time was, I think last year, he had quite a good year. I don't know. I mean, it's not necessarily, he's got nice teachers, you know, it's not necessarily anything to do with the school or the teachers or anything like that. It is just school. He just doesn't like it. I think he just prefers learning on his own. I mean, he knows so much about things, and you know, when there is a topic that he's interested in, he'll learn every single thing about it. It's just a really difficult, I said to him again this morning because he was upset and he said, I don't want to go back to school, and it really has an effect on his moods, really badly. Like, he'll contemplate it he's probably been thinking about it for days now, about going back. And I said to him this morning, then we'll have to have a serious discussion about homeschooling, because I can't see it getting any better for him. So yeah, there's a few, I mean, I think this is the thing that I find difficult to get my head around, is that if I homeschool some of them, it's only going to be some of them, because some of them really enjoy going to school, and I don't want to take out the ones that enjoy being at school. Do you know what I mean? I've spoken before about the school system, especially the Scottish school system is different than we were brought up with. Keep peeping my horn. And it works for some, it doesn't work for all. I think that's the thing. I mean, you've got Elizabeth, who flew through the school system wherever we were. Beep, beep, beep. Because she's very academic. She's, you know, like, you know, if you're academic and you can, you know, you're a rule follower and all those sorts of things, you'll get on fine. But if you're not, then you're gonna struggle. I'm kind of rabbiting on, I know. I'm just downloading my thoughts probably to you guys. But anyway, Agnes has been really upset about school as well. Now, Agnes, if you've been around long enough, you'll know that I didn't send Agnes to nursery, or she went for a couple of months and then I took her out. She spent her nursery years at home with me, and we had a blast. We had such a good time. You know, we were living in Lossie at the time. We would go to the beach every day. Her and Joseph were like the best of friends. We would go for walks every day. We'd go to the beach. We'd do lots of things at home, and it didn't hold her back not going to nursery at all. I mean, she's above average in reading, writing, all the academic stuff, which I know is not the only, it's not the most important thing, but it didn't hold her back in any way. But now, she enjoyed the first year at school, but now she's struggling a little bit with it all. Not with the work. She's just, I think it's just the being at school. I don't really know. Sometimes it's other people. She says that sometimes people are mean, but then kids also make things up. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm just rabbiting. Anyway, I'm just going to take this one home because she's trying to escape my car right now. So we're going to go home. Do you want to go home? Should we see Olivia? Yeah? She's not very happy that everyone's going back to school, are you? Has everyone gone back to school? Ooh, minging. I think we better do your nose. We'll do our nose and we're going home. We are home. It's very cold. Very, very cold. It's still like -3. But saying how cold it is, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful driving through, because the sun is just coming up, or was. It's up now. And all the fields are white, and it's just stunning. It's such beautiful landscape when it's frozen like that. I can hear feet coming. So anyway, I've got back. Had to do some bits and pieces downstairs. I can hear feet. Somebody's following me. I've just come upstairs to quickly clean the bathroom, change the towels. But I believe I've been followed by a little person. Olivia's downstairs. I might be Joseph. So, yeah, that is my job for this morning. Clean the bathroom, change the towels, start getting the house sorted a little bit, I think. Although I say that, but it'll be a mess again in like an hour. So I kind of can't, whereas other people kind of, all the kids go back and they completely gut the house. I can't really do that because obviously I still have children at home, and by the time I start, it'll be messy again somewhere else. So I'll do one room and then another room will be messy. So it's kind of just like an ongoing process. I did put in my post the other day actually that no two places can be tidy and clean at the same time. I have to kind of do one at a time. Today's turn is the bathroom. So I'm going to go and get on with it.
I don't wanna fight the feeling inside, 'cause your words are so contagious. I don't wanna be distracted, no, I'm having a reaction, oh, I give it to you, give into your state of mind. You don't wanna be distracted, no, you're having a reaction, oh, I can feel that I can feel you burning up, 'cause tonight we lose it all, we let go, it's something in the way you move that makes me do things I've never done, yeah, tonight we lose it all, I'm broken, and even if the sky would fall and flames are getting closer, ooh, oh, 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 my skin's on fire, oh, 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 I'm fire, ooh, oh, 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 my skin's on fire, oh, 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 lights keep dancing by, painting the sky and adding to our chemistry. Heart beats up line, right in time. be distracted. No, I'm having a reaction. Oh, I give it to you, give into your state of mind. You don't wanna be distracted. No, you're having a reaction. Oh, I can feel I can feel you burning up. 'Cause tonight we lose it all. We let go. It's something in the way you move that makes me do things I've never done. Yeah, tonight we lose it all. I'm broken, and even if the sky would fall and flames are getting closer. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. My skin's on fire. Oh, 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 oh. On fire.
It feels like it's taken forever, but it's done. I think I just feel a bit like that today. I think everything's a bit of a mess in the house. Everybody's toys are kind of a bit everywhere. I don't really know why. Probably because everyone's been at home for 2 weeks, and now they're all kind of, when they're not in the house, you notice it. When they're in the house, they're playing with it. But anyway, the bathroom is clean. The towels are clean. I've just got to wash my shower curtain because even though it's fairly new, it's started to smell weird. So I've got to wash my shower curtain and put that back up. I also need to sort through our bath toys. I cleaned the frog because he was looking a bit minking. I need to sort through the bath toys because I think I've got some letters in there which I think might be starting to, you can never keep these things very long. They're not that old, but they just go mouldy really quickly. Same as our bathroom is always in use, so it's never properly dry because there's always somebody in there. So the seals, they do go mouldy. I can kind of keep it at bay, but that's about the best I can do. Just noticed muddy stuff on the bottom of that jumper. I just cleaned that. Oh well, either somebody's walked past and got it dirty, or it was just dirty. So anyway, that's that done. I'm gonna go and do lunch, I think. I'm feeling a bit lost today. I'm always like this when the kids go back to school. Obviously I've still got some at home, but I just feel a little bit kind of lost when everyone goes back to school and work. The house doesn't feel right without everybody in it. So, yeah. Oh, I haven't got any makeup on either, I just noticed. Because it was early start this morning. Really early. Anyway, I'm going to go and do some lunch. We've had lunch. I'm just in the boys' room, which still has the giant track. We've had lunch. It's Elizabeth's at home as well at the moment, so Agnes at school. Florence decided to close all the curtains, so we're sitting in the dark, even though it's really sunny outside. I was going to take them for a walk today, but it's quite slippy outside. It's beautiful out there, but as you can see, it's a little bit slippy. I'm going to try and make a conscious effort to take them out. When I say them, I mean Florence and Joseph, obviously. So when anybody that's been following us for a long time will know that pre-school, as I was saying earlier about Agnes and nursery, we would go out for walks every single day. The difference was Joseph was still in the buggy like the majority of the time because he was only little. So this would be coming out of lockdown, during lockdown, coming out of lockdown, that sort of time when they all went back to school. I think it's back sort of 2020, 2021. Well, Agnes is in P2 now. What are we, 23? Yeah. So we used to go out every single day. And I think I mean, we've always liked going out and about. We've always liked walking. We've always liked to be fresh air, nature, all those sorts of things. We've always liked those sorts of things. But I think during COVID, as for a lot of people, when we were only allowed out for half an hour a day, do you remember those days when we were only allowed out for like half an hour a day, or was it an hour a day? I can't remember now. But we used to go for a walk every single day. You know, you're talking back, I mean, it seems crazy now, but you know, I was scared to take the kids anywhere. I didn't want to take them to any public places. You know, at the height of the pandemic, I wanted to keep them away from everybody and us, really. I mean, I used to get scared just going to the supermarket. I mean, it's honestly, it seems crazy now when you look back. But, you know, I hated having to go and do the shopping because I was just, nobody knew. There was people, you know, people were dying. Nobody knew what was happening, really, did we? You know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? But obviously, you know, in the early days, it was really dangerous. People were really, really sick. I mean, I'm sure people still get sick now, but it was, you know, at the time, it was really bad. But we made sure that we went out for a walk every single day. And luckily, you know, we're lucky where we live. We used to go to the beach most days for a walk. So when they all went back to school, we kind of carried that on. And I would take the little ones for a walk every single day. And then as Joseph began to get a bit bigger, we started obviously noticing differences in his behaviour that maybe we had put down to him being, you know, a baby toddler kind of thing that we realised probably weren't just because of that. And he started to get a real aversion to, it was probably around about the time that Agnes went to school, to be honest. Maybe a little bit before that as well, because I do remember as we were coming to the winter, when it was getting a bit colder, he wouldn't like to go out so much. Probably because when he was, like the year previously, he would have been quite small and we would have been wrapping him up and he would have been warm in his buggy and probably not, you know, not really noticing. So as he was getting bigger, we noticed that he didn't like getting wet, he didn't like the rain. He doesn't like getting too cold, all those things now, which we've kind of worked out, things that, you know, really trigger him. But it got to the point where he would kind of refuse for a good long while, like a whole winter season. He just refused to leave the house. And it was too traumatic. Luckily I had, you know, older ones that were kind of, we worked it out, some of them on study leave. You know, I've always had somebody at home. Obviously the days when I didn't have, I would have to take him with me, but luckily most of the time there was somebody around that could stay with him. We only lived up the road from school at the time, so he just kind of refused to go out, and it was horrible. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you should have made him go out and all that sort of stuff, but we'd got rid of the pushchair, you know, he was walking, all of that sort of stuff, because he'd been out and about in the summer, and it just kind of went spectacularly the other way. And this is why we ended up getting another double pushchair, which we now take out with us for when he gets really tired or cold or any of those sorts of things. So yeah, we kind of got out of the habit of going out for walks because it was just too traumatic, and it made me quite sad because I love going out. I love getting out for a walk every day. It just kind of slotted into the day, even if it was just half an hour. It just kind of gave you a bit of energy. It gave you a bit of fresh air, cleared your head a little bit. You know, I mean, I'm quite happy being at home. I'm a home bird. I like being at home. But yeah, it did make me a bit sad. And believe me, it wasn't through want of trying. You know, we really did try. We tried everything we could think of, but it was just too traumatic. And I know that there will be people that say, you know, you should, like I said, you should have made it. But it's not, you know, when you have a child like Joseph, you'll know, and anybody that knows will know that it's not just cut and dry like that. It's not just simple like that. And it became he was so distressed that I just thought, this is ridiculous. I can't, you know, he's obviously upset. He's obviously distressed. This is just something. So we just didn't. So then obviously we had Flo, and the better weather came around, and he doesn't mind going out and about so much in the better weather, but he was still a little bit, you know, not all that keen on going out and about. But having the double pushchair helped because I remember saying to Ben, I'm going to have to get another double pushchair because I have to be able to get Florence out. You know, I want her to be able to go out, and I need to get out for a walk. And if it just means, I remember one day we went out for a walk and I had the others with me as well. I don't know why they weren't at school. It must have been a day off or something. But I thought it's not going to be very long. We'll just go for a bit of a walk around Lossie. And it got to the point where he was screaming and wouldn't get up off the ground. And I actually bumped into a friend as well. And I just said, I can't, I'm halfway through. I can't, if I go back, I've still got just as much to walk. If I go forward, I've got just as much to walk. You know, I have to get him home. And we had to take it in turns, me and Isabel and Olivia. I don't think Lizzie had come with us, but all the older ones, we had to take it in turns in carrying him. And he's not light. And that was the day I said to Ben, we need to get another double pushchair because I need to be able to get out and about. If the other ones are off school, we need to be able to get out for a walk. And I can't do this with, you know, him being so distressed because it's just too upsetting for him. It's too upsetting for us. It's too upsetting for everybody. So that was why. Anyway, fast forward. He has been much better lately, going as long as it's not wet, raining, anything like that, or he gets too cold. He's been much better. You know, Ben has been taking him out. If he really doesn't want to go, we will either find him, you know, he'll stay at home with somebody, one of the older ones, or me, or we don't force it on him, is what I'm saying. And he's been getting better. We only go for short times. So the moral of this is, the whole ending of it. Oh, there's a big truck outside my house. I don't know what that is that I wanted to start getting out and about because Florence loves being out and about, and I feel like she's missing out a little bit by not going out. Obviously she doesn't, because, you know, when Ben's home he'll take it, so she's not missing out like that. But I feel like I miss it. I miss those little walks to the beach and stuff, because when we did that with Agnes and Joseph, they had a great time, and that'll be a memory that we always have. So I'm going to try and get out and about a bit more. Probably not every day, because, you know, I have got lots of other things I need to get done, but I'm quite bad that I will just stay at home because I'm comfortable at home, and I'm, you know, as much as I like going out, I'll always find something that I need to do, something that needs to be done. So yeah, we're going to make a conscious effort just to go for a short walk a few times a week, and maybe start building that up a little bit more and see how we go. Hopefully, as the better weather comes, as the, you know, when spring and summer come, Joseph will be okay again. And we've found lots of ways since those days of him refusing to leave the house. We've found lots of different ways to manage. You know, that's going back to kind of the beginning of when we realised that there was more to his behaviour than just, you know, he's not naughty. He's not, you know, it's not naughty behaviour. It's the way that he copes or doesn't cope with things. It's the way that he reacts, the way he sees the world. So he's not being naughty, but, you know, you have the toddler behaviour, don't you? You have those stages, and it's sometimes hard to differentiate between what is toddler behaviour and what is more than that. And then obviously that was around that time, and it totally new, kind of not, I mean, there's things that I see in other people, but yeah, kind of new to us. But we've learnt lots of things along the way. We're always learning lots of things, especially, you know, where he's concerned, we all are. So things have got easier in the sense of we know how to make him happier with the situation. We know what things we need to put into place. And, you know, people will say we shouldn't be in a pushchair, but at the end of the day, if it means we can get out and the other kids are happy and he's happy, I don't care what other people say, because, you know, anybody in the same situation will know that you do what you can to make it easier for everybody. And like I said, it's not naughty behaviour. It's just Joseph. It's not a tantrum. He's having a meltdown because he is so overwhelmed and overloaded with the situation that he can't cope with it, and he just melts. That's it. He's gone. He's just meltdown, and then you can't speak to them and he also doesn't like, I think the thing with him is as well, he doesn't like, some children when they're having a complete meltdown, they'll want, you know, you can hold them and just reassure them, but he hates it. He cannot, he likes having a cuddle, but he's not overly cuddly, and it's got to kind of be on his terms. So if he's having a meltdown and you try and cuddle him, it's just, he'll hate it, he'll kick, he'll scream, he just doesn't want anybody. And you know, we've learned over the years, as bad as it is, you have to just leave him until he's calmed down, and that's one of the hardest things, because you want to comfort him, but he won't let you. But anyway, I kind of forgot what I was coming on to tell you, to be honest. I think I was just coming on to say that I was going to go out for a walk, but I didn't today, really. Actually, I don't know what time it is. It's 2 o'clock, so they're going to be home from school in about an hour and a half. I've got a couple of things to do. I've just had a load of new jumpers and t-shirts to finish off. I've got a few more things that I want to print for this leopard fox stuff that's going to come out, and then I'm going to put it all together, and I'm hoping to be launching it properly. What date are we on now? The 8th. I'm thinking sort of around about the 20th, but I just want to put the finishing touches on, I think. But I will put on social media exactly when, what to look out for, pictures, etc, etc. I still don't know why there's a big truck outside my house. Anyway, I'm going to go and do these few bits. I'm also going to write a list. I'm feeling slightly better now. I hate it when they go back to school. I feel lost. Not lost because I don't know what to do with myself, because I've got loads of stuff to do with myself, but lost because I don't like it. And I kind of, it's just deflating, isn't it? It's deflating this time of year when, you know, Christmas is over, everyone's gone back to work and school. It's just like, we have birthdays coming up, so we have stuff to look forward to. It's all the twins on the end of the month, and then it's Toby's 10 days later. That's the other thing I was talking about at the beginning of this video, and that makes a big difference as well. 1 minute. I had to stop the video because I know that Ben will say you chatted on for about 15 minutes and didn't have a break. That was the other thing I was talking about at the beginning of the video. It's very hard when you know that they're not enjoying school to then send them to school. So homeschooling is becoming more and more prevalent in my mind at the moment. And I said to Toby this morning, if he really doesn't want to be at school, then maybe it's something that we need to properly look into. And I know I follow some brilliant homeschooling accounts on here, some brilliant people that homeschool, somebody who lives quite close to me, or in the same kind of area, and you know, I envy them, but I just have this big block where I look at them and I think, oh, I'd love to do what you're doing, I think it's brilliant, but then I just have this big block that stops me from doing it, and I don't really know what that block is. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I worry, am I going to be taking something away from them? And I know that there's probably a big divide between, you know, homeschooling, not homeschooling. People that follow us, some people probably agree with it, some people probably think it's great, other people probably think, no, it's a really bad idea, you're not clever enough, you know, you can't do that. But from when I sent Elizabeth to school, what, I don't know, 14 years ago, the education system has changed so much. And the Scottish education system is a lot different to the English education system, and whereas primary is okay, and there are some things in the primary education that I prefer in Scotland, i.e. you can defer children, the secondary education is not. But then I speak to friends in England and they say, you know, you're thinking of education back in the 90s, it's not like that nowadays anyway. So yeah, I don't know, I really need to kind of properly think about it, because I don't want to keep sending them when they're obviously not, you know, it's distressing. So anyway, that's just to finish off that bit I was talking about earlier on. I am going to go and do some things and I'll be back. It's gone very dark, hasn't it? Right. So they're going to be home in about 15 minutes, if that. Say hi. You sleeping on my bed again? So yeah, they're going to be home in a minute, so I'm going to finish this video here. I am, mainly because I've got to go shopping after they get back from school, which I will be filming a shopping vlog, or we will be filming a shopping vlog, and it's going to be a big one because I haven't been shopping since before Christmas, only to, you know, get bits and pieces. Haven't done a proper shop, so that will be tomorrow's video. So for this video for today, I'm going to end it here. So it's just a bit of a back to school catch up, how are you feeling kind of vlog today. And I think I wanted to say as well, because this time of year especially, there's so much on social media about, you know, new year, new me, you know, new start, fresh start. And whilst I like to have, like, I get a new diary, it is kind of, you know, a reason to have like a fresh start in your mind sort of thing. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, yeah, because it doesn't have to be like a new you, a new start. It doesn't have to be any of those things. Sometimes it's just a bit of a reset. Like after Christmas, I think it's a bit of a reset anyway, not because it's a new year, but just because, you know, kids go back to normal, kids go back to school, but, you know, go back to work, all those sorts of things. I think it's a bit of a, you know, you've had some time off for Christmas. It's a bit of a fresh kind of start anyway, isn't it? But it doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to set yourself all these goals and resolutions, and it's nice to set small goals maybe. But I'm terrible for thinking I've got this to do, that to do, this to do, all of those things to do, and then I get overwhelmed and I think, oh, I've just got so much to do. But then I'll do one big job and then I'll sit down like I have done today, and have a look at, you know, what else I've got on my list and what else I want to get done. And when you start sort of like writing it down and having a look and getting a tick list or whatever, it's actually not, you know, it's not so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. You kind of think, oh yeah, actually I could do that then. And I'm the type of person that I kind of like to think, right, well, obviously I do have children at home as well, so I can't just spend all my days blitzed in the house. So I have to kind of do things, like I'll do one big job, or not big job, but like I've done the bathroom today, you know. I leave the really big stuff until somebody else, like Ben, is at home, or everyone's at home at the weekend. But, you know, I think if I can tick off one thing while the kids are doing something else, I'll just go and do this or go and do that. And, you know, keeping the house kind of tidy and hoovered and the washing done, that's quite a lot already. So yeah, I just wanted to say, don't put too much pressure on yourself, because, you know, what you see on social media isn't always either A, applicable to you, or B, it's not always true. So just, you know, do whatever you need to do, and the way that you need to do it. You know, you can take tips and tricks and helpful hints from people all the time. I do it. I watch people online and I think, oh, that's a really good idea, actually I'm going to do that. You know, you can take bits and kind of fit them into your life, but it's not a necessity to suddenly start fresh over every new year. So just do it however you want to do it. The cat's looking at me very weird. It's like, why are you in my space? Anyway, I'm leaving it there. I've got to go. So I hope you've enjoyed the vlog today, guys. Don't forget to drop us a like. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It's our real big goal this year to increase our subscribers. You know, we really want to get up the top, guys. I say up the top, you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going. I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog, which will be a shopping vlog.